Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. The action has already started. Frank Rijkaard. It's Vieri! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Vieri really should be making an apology. That longer range pass gave him a golden chance then.
Marquinhos. He's a sharp little ball here. Out of play for a throw. The ball goes in. Keeper's dealt with that. Can he finish? And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Oh, that's a key interception. Albert Ferrer. Marquinhos. Vasco da Gama finding their passes. Hazard could try cutting inside here. Oh, smashing header! Goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Oh, lovely header, but really it was all about the delivery.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Belletti. He's in plenty of space here. It's a promising position. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Now that looks a decent ball. He's found the way through. And the ball is out of play. And he's quick to snatch it back. Mateus. Vasco da Gama are very much in charge here, dominating possession, and a goal to the good. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Cannavaro calmly anticipates. Tries to play it through. Takes a terrific header. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Marmoush, and this Marmoush! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Marmoush really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Beckham to take it as usual. And it's been taken short. And now a sudden chance to counter. It's a good foot in there. Marmoush is the type of player who always likes having a bit of space in front of him. The ball's gone astray. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. That's very neat. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And this is Stoichkov. Vieri! Zanetti. Azar conjures time and space where few can. Zanetti. Azar. McTominay. Raul. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Great vision. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Marmouche with the cross. And that's the keeper's ball. So what can they make of this? The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Oh, good determined running there, but one back by the defence.
Oh, look, his determination needed to be greater than the obstacle he was faced with, and it wasn't.
That's a little off target. Beckham. Now it's Hazard. Zanetti. He is through here. Zanetti crosses. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper.
Vasco da Gama really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
And it's Hazard. Foot in. He's in space and looking for options. He has found the way through. He rises! Harmlessly behind.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
And he's forced to go back. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Stoichkov. Now it's McTominay. And he's being shifted off it. Zanetti did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Shot a goal! Vieri! Amazing! About as smooth as it gets. They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Ball's gone out of play. And the half-time whistle goes. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So there was the first half.
Well, for us neutrals, this is fantastic. If you're a fan from either side, it's unpleasant. And as for the managers, check your heart rate.
Vasco da Gama are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score.
Substituição.
And that's the second half started.
Vasco da Gama have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
That's been slipped through. And Marmouche! Oh, that was no routine save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Vasco da Gama have their second corner now. Cut it out, and now they can spring out of defence. Albert Ferrer promptly onto that, and that is that. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there, the final...
And the shot! Well, now it's... Oh, it's fallen loose again! Goal! Vasco da Gama! And again they hit the front. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
Vasco da Gama go into the lead. Can he get on the end of this? In with the challenge. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Well, plenty of early set pieces here. And it's Kukçu. Oh, well played, well played. Azar just eases him off the ball.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of...
Oh, shooting chance!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Raul.
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
Now it's Batistuta. Stoichkov. Now it's Azar. Great defending, strong and determined. Now it's Batistuta. Adams kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Van Basten distributed tidily. He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. Albert Ferrer attempts a clearance.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Raul always looking for that half a chance. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Oh, it's Van Basten.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
They're back in possession and ready to go again. Good effort from distance. And that is a little undercooked. And that has left him in a heap. That's an excellent interception. Zanetti. Hazard, who does have an assist to his name, threads one in. Mateus, Rijkaard does really well to win the ball there. That's an imaginative pass. Albert Ferrer cuts it out. Passing is crisp and sharp. That's a foul, no two ways about it. And no surprise, that's a booking. I do think he's feeling the effects of that tackle. Zanetti getting this one clear. That has ended up in no man's land. That's been cut out, well played. And this is Batistuta! And that could have brought them level.
Well, I think that look says it all, Peter. Brilliant save from the keeper. He read the situation superbly.
And that could come back to haunt them.
Van Basten is clearly gutted about that one, but he needs to shake it off and go again.
It's a good run down the left-hand side. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Batistuta. Mateus.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Rijkaard. Just 5 minutes remaining now. Well, that is one way to stop him. He's been bundled over, that is a foul. Belletti did incur the wrath of the referee and has earned himself a booking in the process. Vasco da Gama, close now to seeing this one through to the end. Stoichkov, and this is Raul. And he's there to retrieve it.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Now it's Hazard. That's a good... And Batistuta! Oh no, this does not look good. Great chance! Goal! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
And that will be the final act. So smiles all round as they shamelessly indulge in the post-whistle euphoria. A win achieved through the right balance of industry and inspiration. A really satisfying day's work. Batistuta taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Vasco da Gama definitely impressing me here, especially the way that attack clicked. Whether it was link-up play, running in behind, this has just been a great day at the office.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Swings it across. Well timed, excellent interception. And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be. For me, Peter, Albert Ferrer was one of the very best defenders of the 1990s.
And of course he played in that most famous of all Catalan dream teams.
Yeah, not one of its most glamorous members maybe, but definitely one of the most important.
Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
He's found a way through. Zanetti. And it's Batistuta. And he welcomes it in. Chance, surely! Fantastic from Marmoush! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Hazard. Great ball, and he's in here. Well, that is one way to stop him. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Now it's Batistuta. Now it's Hazard. Vasco da Gama are seeing a lot of the ball and have a 1-0 lead to show for it. Great defending, strong and determined. Now it's Villa. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Hazard. Mateus can see things others simply cannot. It's a promising position. Marmoush. Bellingham. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score.
Stoichkov really has the confidence and skill.
David Villa! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. There will be a throw-in. Mateus. Plays a sharp little ball here. Oh, super find. Face to face with the... He's had a shot! Oh, taken with style! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Everyone waited for the cross, but he had other ideas.
Well, all I can say is that he did very well to squeeze it in near post. He didn't have much to aim at.
Vasco da Gama are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
And they're quick to get it back. Now there's a fine ball. Knocks it into space. Stoichkov unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Pass is just off target. Schlotterbeck. And it's Azar. In with the challenge. Batistuta. Tries to play it through. That has been cut short. Belletti. Vasco da Gama heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. Bellingham. Van Nistelrooy.
Vasco da Gama are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
Beckham. Look at the space. Can he finish? And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Marmoush. Azar. He's in a great position. And Batistuta!
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
This looks promising. And that's a Stoichkov! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Oh, how about that touch, Peter? I mean, that was brilliant. He got the ball to go exactly where he wanted it. The touch was perfection, the finish, imperfection.
And that'll be the last act of the first half. See your views on the first half?
Vasco da Gama really should be thinking about killing this off early in the second half, Peter. The boss will be demanding the same level of intensity from his team, so I'd expect to see the same positive intent after the break, the same purpose again.
Vasco da Gama are heading into the break, very happy with how it's gone so far.
Substituição.
And the action is back on the way. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Great vision. Mateus, he's got away. Shoots! Relentless! Just relentless! And they are cruising away. A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
Vasco da Gama find a position of real strength now. And it's Bellingham. Oh, some tackle that. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Van Basten! Van Basten! Intercepts the throw, that's well read. Mateus.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
The ball has bounced loose now. Batistuta showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Kokchu is having a shot! Zanetti clears it away. And this is Van Basten.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And this is Van Basten. Van Basten. No foul, says the referee. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Kukçu with the slide tackle there. And he's managed to get free.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
He has found the way through. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Azar. Can he spark a counter here? Looking to play him in. Batistuta providing an outlet on that flank. That is a brilliant interception. Bellingham. Van Basten. Stoichkov. Oh, no joy this time. And the pass is intercepted. It's been slipped through. Oh, what a climb! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Bellingham has a look and plays it forward. It's Van Basten! Outstanding save to keep that out.
Well, that's a sign that he clearly feels the need to take it upon himself to try and get his side back into this.
Cleared without complication. Tries to get it clear. Can he get it through? Stoichkov! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Belletti. Beckham. And here's Van Basten. Belletti. Can he latch on to this? Oh, that's fabulous. And he lines up a cross. Shot could be on. Good challenge. Excellent challenge. Zanetti, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Incoming delivery. Now, what about a counter-attack? Now it's Stoichkov. This is Batistuta. It's Van Basten! In he goes again. No mistake. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
So is this the start of a comeback? He's shifting through the gears here. Mateos! Kukçu. Short changes him with that pass. Back into the middle. McTominay. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Can he get on the end of this? And this is Van Basten. Oh, now this is interesting, and the referee has pointed to the spot. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Now, power or placement? He has missed it.
Not the best spot kick I've ever seen, but they've got to keep their heads up and chase this game.
Pass somewhat off target. And it's Zanetti. Azar. Mateos. Here's Mateos! And the keeper couldn't hold it. In he goes again! It's there! His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Well, from a defensive perspective, Peter, that's a really poor one to give away. Yes, the movement was very good, but the defence made it way too easy.
Vasco da Gama grab a 3-goal lead. It's just too easy. And the number on the board is 3. Pinches it off him. Could move up a gear here. Threads one in. Batistuta. And Batistuta! Looking for a runner. And that is that. Vasco da Gama can look back on a nigh-on-perfect performance here. A super contest in which they swept their opponents aside ruthlessly. Batistuta claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Vasco da Gama definitely impressing me here, especially the way that attack clicked. Whether it was link-up play, running in behind, this has just been a great day at the office.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game, everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And as you can see, we've already started here.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by linking the front and back.
Can he get on the end of this? Pings in across. That's a decent clearance. Well, that has not gone well. Threads one in, and he's intervened well there. Passes coming off in quick succession here. It's a promising position. Crosses it. It's a mighty effort! Goal!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss will.
It's Forlan! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Forlan clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Played out to the left flank. Nicely weighted ball. Looking to go deep. Oh, terrible pass. Tries to play it through. So what can they make of this? Now it's Batistuta. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. That has been cut short. Vasco da Gama leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. And the counter is on. And here's Batistuta. And it's Beckham. He's in space and looking for options. And he thumps it clear. Rodri, spread it left. He could be in here. Aims beyond the defence. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Arsenal clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Now it's Batistuta. Hazard. And a chance! An uncompromising challenge. Now it's Hazard. Gabriel did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And he shoots! It's there! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So that's two now without reply. Shot a goal! It's loose now and they want it in for the pieces! Now, who's going to be first to this? Bergkamp. Could move up a gear here. Mateus. And here's Batistuta. Defending Batistuta! Relentless! Just relentless! And there's your hat-trick hero. He is simply indefatigable. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, he's made this game all about him. He's got a fantastic appetite for goals.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Arsenal with a chance to counter-attack now. Rodri. And here's Marmoush. Now it's Batistuta. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. And he has shown him a yellow card.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
This certainly looks appetizing. Beckham! David Beckham! An individual masterpiece! About as smooth as it gets. A quite incredible spell. And that's it. My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.
Fellow attendees, this is a lost children's announcement. Would the father of a boy in a yellow t-shirt kindly make his way to the information center?